Okay, hello there. Thank you for having me. The name is Kofi Dixon. As always, I'd like to say thank you for all the encouragement and the support. I know it's been a while, but I'm still here. I'm still here. All right. So today I want us to look at something very simple, something very straightforward. It's more about what seems to be happening in Africa, in Ghana precisely. You know, the inflation and all this rampant price hikes and all these things. And I like to tie it to a simple subject: spirituality, spiritual life. Now, the reason this touched me was I felt that we were more of a spiritual people. Now, the spiritual upbringing of people always taught us, it taught us how to empathize. So I was asking myself, are we less spiritual when it comes to profit margins? Are we less spiritual when it comes to making profit? Are we less spiritual when it comes to benefits? We are less spiritual, or we are not spiritual at all when it comes to exploitation. Yes, let me put it that way. Because if we are spiritual, I think our foundation will be more about how we look out for each other. You see? Now, if you're a pastor or a minister and you have a large congregation, are you spiritual because you have a large following and you benefit from it? So you tend to be spiritual? Or are you less spiritual because you're a businessman or a trader and you need to make some profit? So in the current economic situation that we have, as long as you can make some quick profit margins, you tend to forget about being spiritual. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. If you go to Accra is in Ghana, in Africa, okay? You go to Accra and you buy a tuber of yam for, let's say, 12 cedis, and you come back to the market, or you come back to your shop or wherever, and you sell it for 20 cedis. You well know that you're going to make a profit margin of, let's say, 8 cedis. Now, would you be spiritually inclined to say 8 might be a little too much, so can I just break it down to, let's say, 15, sell it at 15, so you can make some 3 cedis profit? Will you be spiritual to be concerned in that direction? Or spirituality doesn't count when you do these things? That's what I'm just asking. Because a lot of these price hikes happen between us, the spiritual people. All of us are spiritual people, all of us. And the spiritual aspect of life is to be concerned about one another. So would I say that nobody wants to be spiritual only when it benefits? You don't. But you're only spiritual when you have to get something. You get what I mean? If you have to get something, then you're spiritual. You're spiritual because you are on the receiving end. You're less spiritual when you're the one taking. Is that the case? So I ask you, where does your spiritual life begin and where does it end? Does it start because you are expecting something, so you're not spiritual? Or you become spiritual because you want something? Which is which? We must learn to be concerned. We must learn to be concerned. People have the spiritual upbringing, but they go and get contracts that they know must be conflict of interest and still take it up. You're spiritual people. You must know these things. That is not fair. Spirituality is about fairness. It's about truth. It's about openness. So I ask again, are we not supposed to be spiritual people? And must we not be concerned for one another? So I'll leave it here. You ponder over it and let me know what you think. Stay true and stay spiritual. It's always the way. God bless you all.